This is the setup for the first step of your first project in watercolors. And I hope that you are going to enjoy it and have some fun with it. Don't get all uptight with it. But you need to understand what materials you need. You need your paper, of course. I have it mounted on a board. You don't have to do that, but it keeps it from wobbling and it keeps it nice and neat and easy to handle. Notice I have it taped down on all four sides, and that keeps it even. In the old days, we used to soak our paper and put tape on here that was a paste tape, which you had to soak and put on and then let dry, and it was a hassle. Today's artists don't really do that as much, and they do more like this. You need water. You need a container for dirty water, and you need a container for clean water. My paints are old right here. This is one of my old palettes, and you can see it's been well worn and well used. At one time, I had gotten these wet, and I had stirred them with these little toothpicks, and of course, I left the toothpicks in there, and they're stuck. So eventually, they'll come out. This right here is something I learned about in my last workshop that I attended. And what it is, it's a sponge that is like for a car. And then you wrap paper towels around it, tape it down. It's absorbent. It takes the extra water off your brush. And it allows you to kind of control the water on your brush a lot easier than just a paper towel in your hand. But if you don't have this, use a paper towel in your hand. The brushes are important because this is right here is a good brush. This is a synthetic sable, and it's called Silver Black Velvet Oval. It's fairly expensive, and the reason it's expensive is it holds a lot of water, and when you push down on it, it bounces back. You see it's wet, and you push down on it. Now, if I left this overnight in the water container like that, I'd pick it up, and those bristles would be turned. So we never want to leave our brushes in the water container. Always lay them flat, or if you have someplace else to put them, you can always put them up like this in a bucket, but it's really better to just kind of lay them flat like that. And this right here is a mister, and you use a spray bottle. Spray bottles usually give bigger particles of water. But if you wanted to mist your paper, add some water to it. Or always when you start, you always take and put water on your paints before you start if they are a dry paint. And a lot of people don't do that. They start right in, and this needs to sit for a little while and kind of liquid, form a liquid on the with the paint. Now, the paint particles in here are very, very, very fine. They're the same paint particles you find in all the paint, but they've been ground so fine and put in with a medium, which is something that holds them together. And what they do is when you put water in, that medium is water soluble, and you put it on your paper. And what makes watercolor so different is it's transparent or translucent. You can see what's underneath it. So if you go in here and you load your brush up with really thick paint and put it down, you might as well be painting with tempera paint. You have completely shot the idea of why you're using watercolor. Watercolor is thin, and it's layer upon layer, and that's what makes it look so rich.